The clock is ticking in Joshimath. It's a race against time to save the town from being swallowed up by the earth. More than 4,000 people have been evacuated from 6,000 plus. Now, the next step is demolition. What you're seeing on your screens, ladies and gentlemen, are pictures that are coming to us from Joshimath from this evening. These are protesters who are out on the streets of Joshimath. Let's listen in to what they are saying.
हिटलर की चाल चलेगा एनटीपीसी तेरी रूढ़ी में एनटीपीसी तेरी रूढ़ी में
Let me go across straight to Mohit, my reporter, who is on the ground right now, tracking the story. Mohit, today was supposed to be the day of the demolition. That hasn't happened. And now locals are on the street protesting. What are they protesting about?
Joshimath has always been a time bomb, and this disaster was waiting to happen. Now it's a man-made disaster. Look at the visuals over here. The holy town of Joshimath is completely erupting as of now. Now, how it all started. Now, I'll ask my camera person to zoom towards this side. Now, these are the two hotels that have been marked by the district administration as very dangerous, and the survey by the CRBI and the other agencies was going on, and police wanted, and the administration wanted to demolish these two hotels. Look at the cracks over here. I'll show you the situation that how we have exploited our mother nature, that the revenge is being taken now. Look at this. This is the main Badrinath Joshimath highway, and I can easily put my hand inside all these cracks that have emerged over here. This particular area is completely dislocated from the main highway. The situation is very dangerous. On one hand, we have police. Just beside the police, we have the owners of Malari Inn, who say that without proper compensation, they will not allow this demolition to take place. The SDRF commandant, the SP Chamoli, all are trying to talk to the people over there. But there is uncertainty that looms over the future of Joshimath, and that is why these visuals are important. That is why we see how people are protesting over here. Let's listen to them. प्रोटेस्ट आप लोगों का चल रहा है, आगे क्या करेंगे, क्योंकि प्रशासन ये तो डेमोलिश करने को
हम रात भर यहीं बैठेंगे जब तक डीएम साहब लिखित में आश्वासन नहीं देंगे कि बद्रीनाथ के तर्ज पे मुआवजा मिलेगा। लिखित में डीएम साहब आश्वासन नहीं देंगे, हम रात भर यहीं बैठे रहेंगे। खोखली बातों से, सिर्फ आश्वासनों से नहीं चलेगा, हमें लिखित में चाहिए।
आप डेमोलिशन के खिलाफ नहीं है, लेकिन प्रॉपर कंपनसेशन आपकी मांगे, क्योंकि आपको ये डर है कि आज ये दो होटल हैं, कल आपके घर भी होंगे, घर कभी भी टूट सकते हैं। आपके प्रॉपर कंपनसेशन
बिल्कुल हमें ये डर जो आपने बताया बिल्कुल सता रहा है कि आज ये तोड़ेंगे। जैसे चाय में डिजास्टर हुआ था, 178 रुपए का मुआवजा दिया था, तो ऐसे ही औने पौने दामों में दिया जाएगा। रोजगार हमारी चिंता है। जो हमारे भेजे हुए प्रतिनिधि हैं, मंत्री लोग, वो हेलीकॉप्टरों में आ रहे हैं, इस डिजास्टर वाली जगह पे नहीं आ रहे हैं, हवा में वापस चले जा रहे हैं, जिसका हम बिल्कुल विरोध करते हैं। बिल्कुल सीएम साहब को घोषणा करनी चाहिए वहाँ से कि बद्रीनाथ के तरफ पे मैं मुआवजा दूंगा, और डीएम साहब को यहाँ पे आके बात करनी चाहिए हम।
But you see, this protest is not political, because we have decided we will not take any political person in our lives, because it's about the people of Joshimath, their problems. Let's talk to few more people. माता जी, आप अगर बताइए, आपका घर कहाँ पे है? ये भी इस पे भी निशान लग चुका है।
हाँ, उसके पीछे घर।
अब आपको कितना डर लगता है कि अभी आप रिलीफ कैंप में जाएंगे, उसके बाद जब आप आएंगे तो शायद आपका घर वहाँ रहे नहीं?
कहाँ आएंगे हम? क्यों आएंगे? अगर हम एक बार चले जाएंगे फिर क्यों आएंगे बताइए? जब हमारा घर नहीं रहेगा, रोजगार नहीं रहेगा, क्यों आएंगे? हमारी पहचान तो खत्म है ना। सरकार ये नहीं सोच रही कि हमारा सेटलमेंट कैसे हो। मेरे आज डीएम साहब से बात हुई कि मैंने कहा हम तो जोशीमठ नहीं छोड़ेंगे, हमें यहीं बसाया जाए ठीक करके। तो उन्होंने वैसे आश्वासन दिया है कि जो
इतना मुश्किल था अपना घर छोड़ना और रिलीफ कैंप में जाना सामान लेके।
भैया, आप घर से यहाँ आए हैं, क्या घर वाले सोच रहे होंगे?
बिल्कुल, मैं शुरू से ये कह रहा हूँ, मेरे लिए ये जॉब है, मेरा ये काम है, लेकिन आपका दर्द कोई नहीं समझ सकता, क्योंकि आपका दर्द ये है कि हम घर छोड़ के जाएंगे, हमारे घर पे छत नहीं होगी।
फिर भी चिंतित हैं, जॉब में है, लेकिन मेरा तो घर छूटेगा ना। बच्चे रो रहे हैं जगह जगह कि हम अपना घर कब आएंगे।
क्या उम्मीद करते हैं
सरकार से? उम्मीद हम कहते हैं हम वन टाइम सेटलमेंट भी नहीं चाहते हैं, हमें घर दिया जाए,
घर आप चाहते हैं?
यहीं बसाया जाए। नहीं
तो प्रोटेस्ट आपके जारी रहेंगे, जारी रहेंगे। मैम, क्या कहेंगे आप?
हम ऐसे कह रहे हम जोशीमठ नहीं छोड़ेंगे, हम अब बद्री विशाल है, हम जोशीमठ नहीं छोड़ेंगे। सरकार से यही निवेदन है।
परिवार में कितने लोग हैं आपके?
हम बाजार में बहुत बड़े
परिवार में, आपके परिवार
में हम 4 आदमी हैं।
अभी रिलीफ कैंप में चले गए हो?
अभी कहीं नहीं, अभी हम मकानों पर है।
मकान लेकिन निशान लग चुका
अभी है निशाने है, पर अभी टूट नहीं है, उतना नहीं।
डर आपको ये है कि बिना मुआवजे के अगर ये 2 होटल तोड़े गए तो बिना मुआवजे के आपके घर भी तोड़े जाएंगे, ये डर आप लोगों को है?
लेकिन सरकार कह तो रहे हैं कि हम मुआवजा देंगे। हम कह रहे हैं एक लाइन जारी कर दे, हमें नोटिस नहीं मिला है। अब इनको नोटिस दे दिया, जब हमने कहा नोटिस तो दो, जब तक हमें नोटिस नहीं मिला।
सुबह तक नोटिस नहीं दिया?
नहीं, वो तो अभी दिया नोटिस। हमें नोटिस दें, वो हम उसका जवाब देंगे। हमें क्या, हमें पता ही नहीं हमारा घर टूट रहा है।
So there you heard these people over here, and I've been saying this across many days. This is my job. We'll do our job. All the journalists will do their job, and they will leave for their respective cities and their houses. But these people will have to bear the whole weather, cold, everything on the street, because they say that some of them have 10 members in their family. Now they've been given just one room. Where exactly will they go with all their lodgings or their belongings? This is something that the government should think upon. But these are the visuals. I'll ask my camera person to be on these visuals, because we need to show to everybody that what's happening on the ground. We have SDRF commander over here. We have senior officials from the police over here. They're trying to talk to the people, but they say without proper compensation, we will not leave this place. So back to you in studio.
Okay, Mohit, thank you very much. And we are going to stay live with the pictures and get in Dr. SP Sati, who's a geologist, joining us as well. Mohit, thank you very much for your live report. These pictures, ladies and gentlemen, that are coming to us live from the city of Joshimath, the little hill town in Uttarakhand that is making headlines because it is sinking. Over the last many weeks, there are cracks that have appeared. If you saw that hotel that Mohit was showing you, it is almost like the Leaning Tower of Pizza. It is falling towards the other hotel, which is why the 2 hotels were supposed to be demolished today. But obviously protests have broken out, which is why the administration has not been able to do it. Living in this area is simply not safe. It is as simple as that. But what do people do? Their entire lives are here. Their livelihood is here. Can you just expect them to walk out of this place only because the town is sinking? What do they do next? That's the reason. Those are the questions they are asking, and that's the reason why we are seeing these protests on our screens right now. Dr. SP Sati, thank you very much for your time here on Mirror Now. As we see these protests break out in Joshimath, I want you to help our viewers understand what exactly has led to the situation we are seeing right now. We understand that in the last 46 years, there were multiple reports that had warned of something like this happening. But what exactly is the reason behind it? Because it's way too confusing. We've heard way too many things.
At all, as far as the causes of this subsidence is there are 4 and 5. I can count them. One is that it is on the landslide zone itself. The Joshimath is situated on the landslide, old landslide debris. The second thing is that it is the consistent. There is a toe cutting from the down by Alaknanda. It is a continuous phenomenon that there is a toe cutting of the slope. So that is another reason. The third thing is that there is a tremendous growth of this town actually in the last 40 50 years. And I am deliberately using this word growth. It is not development. Development is something. The definition of the development is something. It is directional. It is a positive way. But growth may be malignant growth. It is also one of the growth. So this growth was haphazard. It is a cancerous sort of growth, and nobody was willing to hear or see the direction and recommendation of the scientists and the various committees, including government and including private people also. So because of that, this happened.
Dr. Sati?
The worst thing was that the drainage over here. There was no proper drainage system over here. So the house water, water from the domestic water was going down in the slope, in the percolating in the, because this is a landslide material zone, the landslide zone. So the water from the houses, from the rains, it was going in beneath the surface, and it can also cause in down the years, it has caused the slip surfaces, it had developed the slip surfaces. So it's not a very unusual phenomenon. It was obvious. It was sitting on the time bomb. This was only the time was so this time has come. The threshold was reached, and this slope is now going down. The other things, the developmental activities, in the name of developmental activities, several projects were mushroomed. All the projects are surrounded. Joshimath is surrounded by these developmental projects. So that was also one of the concern of the various scientists, various environmentalists, and local people also. Local people, you cannot deny their point of view, because they know their terrain. So it's a traditional wisdom they have developed. So it was also very concerned from various people of the region, but nobody could hear that. And it's a very alas situation. The big thing is that it is Joshimath, but it is not the only Joshimath. Several Joshimaths are waiting for this type of treat. That is the biggest concern.
Correct. Absolutely correct. Nainital, Champawat, Uttarkashi, the next Joshimaths that Uttarakhand is going to see. We'll leave it there for the moment. Thank you, Dr. Sati, for joining us. Going straight back across to Mohit once again. Mohit, it's back to you. What we are seeing in Joshimath was bound to happen. This was a ticking bomb. Dr. S.P. Sati is telling us it's not the only Joshimath in the making in the hill state of Uttarakhand. I want you to go back to the protest, Mohit, and the pictures that you're showing us, and probably speak to some people who are there, because they are telling us, and they've spoken to you, and they are saying they'll be here through the night. Temperatures, just by the way, are hitting the 0-degree mark in Uttarakhand, in Joshimath, and these people say they'll be out through the night protesting. Mohit, over to you.
Well, you see, I am from Uttarakhand, and I have seen all through my life that how these mountains, these hills have been exploited in the name of widening of roads, name of dumping grounds, and everything was being done to all these. Rapid, unchecked urbanization led to this situation. And look at the protest over here. The police is trying to, important visuals over here, the police is trying to talk to the people over here. Let's see what they say. Let's hear from the police. Police is trying to pacify them. Let's see what exactly comes out of it. Let's listen to this.
वही बोल रहे हैं हम वही कह रहे हैं शांति करो शांति पहले मैं ये बोल रहा हूं
But you see, Shreya, on one hand we see that how these people are protesting over here, and the police is trying to talk to them. On the other side we have the women also who are sitting for the dharna. Now the people over here say that they will not move from this particular point unless and until they are being guaranteed proper compensation. So these are very interesting visuals that are coming in from the town of Joshimath, where the protesters are clearly saying unless and until proper compensation is being given to them, they will continue with their protest. Now I'll ask my camera person Harinder to show these visuals, that what exactly is happening on the other side. While we have people protesting over here, we also have women in this cold weather where the temperature is almost dipping down to 0 degrees sitting over here. Ma'am, आप लोग यहाँ पे बैठे हैं, क्या मांग कर रहे हैं, क्या कहेंगे मैम?
क्या कहेंगे, जिसका मकान टूट गया मकान का पैसा दे दो, जमीन दे दो, इसलिए
There you see, the police is trying to move the media persons over here, and what we see is that no truce has been reached between the police and the protesters. So we'll continue talking to all these women who are sitting over here. ठंड में घर भी आपका डेंजर जोन हो चुका है, वहाँ जा नहीं सकते, बाहर रह के आप प्रदर्शन कर रहे हैं, क्या कहेंगे? क्या कहेंगे, क्या समस्याएं हैं बताइए। अपनी अपनी जो आप समस्या क्या चे सु हम तक बतावा। मैं अपना दर्शक होता है गढ़वाली बेटी हिंदी में बोल लूँ।
हमारी जमीन चाहिए, हमको मकान चाहिए रहने के लिए, तभी आ रखा है यहाँ।
हाँ,
जमीन मकान सब कुछ चाहिए, तभी तो बैठ।
नहीं तो आप बैठे रहेंगे, चलेगा ये प्रदर्शन।
भूख रहेंगे, नांग रहेंगे, यहीं पर
So they heard the women over here. They say, yes.
Okay.
Look at these visuals over
Okay.
here. That the
Thank you.
protesters are talking with the administration
Yeah.
officials. Let's see what comes out of this particular meeting.
We'll thank you for that. I doubt there is a truce in the making, Mohit, because there is very little that the local administration can do unilaterally on their own. Because when it comes to things like compensation, that's decided by the state government, which means you'll have to have the chief minister announce it or someone in the state, a state minister announce it. Till that happens, these people say they will continue protesting. They will not let the bulldozers move in Joshimath. The demolition, as I said, was to take place today in the danger zone. That demolition has not happened today. Will it happen tomorrow? Highly unlikely, given the protests that have now broken out in the sinking town of Uttarakhand. It's a story we continue to track right here on Mirror Now. Do stay with us. For the moment, it's a wrap from me, Afrida, joining you with all the news headlines.